All right. So let me just say thank you, guys. We got a lot of people still logging in, but I think we're good to get started here for a minute. And we got a few people still logging in that I'll bring over as panelists. I think Jay Rose is on here. We appreciate him jumping on, and Marcel. We got Tyler and Skip and Jill. I think Tasha, I saw her for a minute as well, which is awesome. So thank you guys for all jumping on. And we're just excited for what's going on. We've been really teeing this up for ourselves. We spent a lot of time together getting things ready, a lot of conversation, going through the photos and PowerPoints and trying to bring, out what's in our minds and the best we got to travel around and to bring to everybody for this tour that we're going to be introducing. And so we just want to talk about it a little bit tonight so that you know exactly what to be prepared for, exactly what to expect. We don't want people attending and then realizing that, man, I should have brought more people. I should have brought my team. I should have brought, if I would have known, I would have done something more, right? We want to kind of fix that now, tonight, so that people have time to prepare and get ready for that. So we have different topics that we will be presenting. So we'll kind of go down that list today and kind of introduce those topics and maybe give you a little bit as to what to expect. And then we can expound on that a little bit. But just as a quick reminder, right? And I'm going to pull this up just as a slide here because I want people to remember that we do have LifeVantage Academy March 17th. And right now is a good time to register. It's still $25. I don't want people to forget this. Anything that we're doing, we constantly iterate that it's not to replace what's going on with LVAs and elite academies. They're important. There's too much going on with those things to not remember to attend those. Also, Elite Academy, I don't know if you guys remember, $99 through the end of March. That was different than what was originally announced. So $99 to the end of March. And I think that's one of the reasons we're really pushing this month to make sure that everyone understands the value of getting to that now and making sure all your people have a ticket because it's affordable when you do it now. But I want to introduce Tyler and Tasha to start this off tonight. We thank you for taking the time to jump on and just kind of give us your thoughts of what the tour is going to be, what we're doing with it, and what we envision with this. I think we all kind of had different ideas, and as we come together, it's just gotten bigger and bigger and more exciting. And so we'll start with you, Tyler, and then we'll kind of go around the horn tonight and share some thoughts tonight. So go ahead, buddy. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Blue. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can. Sounds good.
So we're really excited about this tour, you guys. We've been working on this for the last month. When Tosh and I were over in Europe, over in Amsterdam, the idea came that maybe we should run around and take some time to visit with all the teams that are around the United States and kind of give you guys some stuff that you haven't ever heard before, let you know who we were before we got involved in this crazy network marketing game, and then try to give you guys some real good tools to implement into the daily activities that you're going through right now. So we decided we wanted to come together. We wanted to do something with all of us and our spouses. We wanted you to hear from them, get to know them a lot better, and we wanted to follow the outline that Blue's been talking about for years, which is the learn, do, teach outline. And so we assigned to each one of us a kind of a topic, and Tosh and I have the learn topic. So we're going to come out there and we're going to see you guys. We're going to talk about, what was important for us. What did we have to learn? What were some of the steps that we took to make ourselves a little bit more effective, a little bit better at this business. And we're going to expose all those things to you. So as we were talking through how we wanted to deliver that information, we all decided that we wanted to do more of an Elite Academy style preparation. So with PowerPoints and videos and really put the time in to make sure that we're giving you an Elite Academy level of preparation as we come to see you. And we wanted to do it, though, in your hometowns. We didn't want you to have to come to us. We didn't want you to have to spend your time, your money, buying airplane tickets, hotel rooms, and all that kind of stuff to come to us. Let us take some of the success that we've had, some of the the financial success we've had, and come to all of you and make it a little bit easier to get this information out. So we're really, really excited about coming out and seeing all you guys. We've got 14 cities initially, and we're going to take those to a lot more cities, we hope. A lot of that will just kind of depend on really what kind of activity that we have. And so we're excited about that. We can't wait to come and see you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Tosh wants to say a couple of things to you as we transition over here. So here's Tosh.
Hey guys. So Be Free, like that's an awesome, awesome name. We came up with a lot of words, a lot of ways to market this to you guys, and we want to teach you, and we want you to learn as much as you possibly can. But what does Be Free? It's like be bold, be brave, build a better you. Like we're going to teach you all of these things, and I feel like there's evolution here that's valuable. It brings value, and even new stories from people like me, Lisa, Jill, Raylene. It's going to be awesome. So we are very excited to see you guys out there, and we'll be headed there. What, the 5th?
5th of April.
5th of April on to.
So real quick, I mean, the first 5 stops that we're going to hit are the 5th of April up in Salt Lake City. We're going to be in Denver on the 6th, Kansas City on the 7th, South Bend, Indianapolis on the 9th, and then down into Phoenix, Arizona on the 10th. And we're going to spend a couple days down there having some fun and then head on home. But those will be the first 5 cities. And with that, I guess I'll turn this over to the do section, which is Marcel Niederhauser. Are you out there, Marcel?
Hey, Skip, why don't you guys jump in? We're still getting him logged in here. So if you guys can cover for a second. Thanks, buddy. Sounds good.
Technology challenged.
We are. Well, I am. But Skip got us on here, and we're excited to be coming to you guys. I hope you can attend one of the cities, because what we're teaching you is to become a better you. And the belief, and we're going to tell you the things that we've been through. I know some people look at the 8 of us and they think that we've always been successful. We didn't have hurdles to jump. But trust me, you're going to get some in-depth getting to know us and getting to know what we've been through. We've all had the hurdles and the challenges. We have just believed in ourselves and known that we could do better. So we didn't give up. And that's what we're going to be out there teaching you and training you. And I hope that you all will join us and get your teams there. We don't want to have anyone regretting that they didn't come.
And Jill and I are going to be doing the teach part. And for me, that I like that because it starts to lead into duplication. And that's kind of what this is all about, is being able to duplicate your efforts, being able to divorce yourself from the creation of your wealth. And I also really like the word wealth, because for me, if you could start making rank in this company and you can make that rank be mailbox money, then you can start creating wealth. And certainly this company has created a lot of wealth in the $0 to $200 million run. But what's going to happen when we go from 200 to 600? And really, that's the stage we're trying to set with this tour. And I could tell you, we've heard, we've gotten some feedback about the tour. I've talked to a couple of people about how when we talk to people, when we get them started, when we get them enrolled and we get them going, we tell them events are non-negotiable. And we're talking about the LVAs. This next LVA coming up is, the way I always treated events and LVAs is the next one is the most important one in your business. And so the serious people are at the LVA. And you could take a pretty good gauge of who is a serious Life Vantage distributor by who comes to LVAs and who comes to the events, to the elite academies. And this tour, however, is, in my opinion, not mandatory. I know the other guys might cringe when I say that. Maybe they don't, but it isn't mandatory. I even had one person send me a text and say, $50. When an LVA is only $25, $50 is really steep. And I said, don't come, man. You're not the one we're looking for. If 8 Pro 10s come into your market to teach you for 5 hours and give you pizza, and the first thing you think is $50 is too high, you're not the right one. And it's okay to not come. What we're looking for really here is the person who just wants to take it to the next level. Jill and I picked Team 212. 212 is our logo because at 212 degrees, water's hot, or 211, water's hot, and at 212, a locomotive can climb a mountain. And it just takes that little bit extra. This, for me, is just that little bit extra. And so it's not for everybody. It's not certainly for the average person, but neither is the elite distributor. And most certainly neither is Master Pro 10. I can only tell you that when we were growing if the Pro 10s were coming to my town, I'd pay $100. I'd pay $500 maybe to have the one-on-one that you can't get in an elite academy. If they're willing to bring that tour on the road, if they're willing to sit down and teach and train and feed us, I don't know, what's that worth to you? If you bring somebody to this event and they hit elite distributor, what's that worth to you? So I really think this is going to be first off, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. To put this in the words of the immortal Marcel, we're going to have a lot of camaraderie ship. And I by the way, I think that something Mark Twain said, that I kind of pity the guy who only has one way to spell a word. There's going to be a lot of camaraderie ship. And first and foremost, this is a networking business. It's a relationship business. And we really, honestly, genuinely cherish building relationships. There's going to be a ton of great information at these events. And I just have this feeling, and it might sound a little like self-promotion, but I have this feeling that this might be one of those events where you guys go home and you're like, yeah, I wish I'd have brought more people. And so I encourage you to find the way to get there. I encourage you to do all you can to bring your teams there. Hopefully we get to see you there. And I'm going to turn it back over to Baloo. Jill, are you done?
Yep.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right. Well, thank you, guys. This is awesome. It's fun hearing the excitement and kind of what's coming. And these topics, we're just kind of touching on them tonight. But there's been a lot of time. You're going to get almost an hour of each of these topics, learning the business, physically learning what to do, and then learning how to teach and duplicate down into your businesses. It's I see in the quotes here, people keep writing priceless. I think that's a perfect way to say it. But Marcel, we'll let you go next. We got you logged in. We appreciate you. Go ahead and jump in, and I'll mute out, buddy. Thanks.
Hey, thanks, Blue. He was having a hard time finding me. But anyway, you guys, I'm excited to be here tonight and talk to you a couple things that are very important to me. And one of them is the LifeVantage Academies. And there is nothing. I guess the reason why they were designed for those people that are actually out there building their business and doing those meetings every month, going through the numbers, getting the rejections. We created that environment so that once a month people could go and get that shot of adrenaline or that shot of belief back into them to know that they're doing the right thing. Because here's the thing I found about this industry that makes it successful is we believe in others until they believe in themselves. And so as you can see tonight, the Master Pro 10s on this call, them and their spouses, we are creating every environment we can so that we can create a platform where you guys can all come and have that inspiration and that motivation in that direction. Because what people don't understand is we signed up at one time and we had to go through all the hard knocks and we had to go through all the things that you guys are going through. And we made it. And now we're creating a pathway for all of you by giving access. I am so grateful for these masters and this Executive Master Pro 10 to give their time and take away from their families. I know we're bringing our spouses, but we got kids at home. And we're going to come to you and we're going to spend time doing those things and teaching you how to build this business. And the LVAs, yeah, you have to travel to those and they're important. But once you start these things and you start duplicating and you get other people involved, everybody's learning curve accelerates. And that's what we're trying to do. And that's why we have a monthly touch, a quarterly touch. And that's why the corporate has their functions when they are. Everything is designed to help each one of you build your business faster. And so I'm the do part of the Be Free. And that's probably one of my favorite parts of all of the learning is I like to be involved. I like to be involved in people's lives. I like the action. In my career, there's all kinds of things we can teach and talk about, but I've narrowed this down to 5 different variables and principles and behaviors. I'm going to talk about them when we're on this tour. And I'm excited about that. But one of the things that you'll walk away from Learn, Teach, Do, you're going to learn how to separate yourself from the creation of your income. That means you're going to create a pure residual check that if you want to turn your phones off, you can someday. And best of all, if something happens, like we saw with Blue and Ray not too long ago, that check came in just like clockwork, even when their whole lives were upside down. Or there's other things. You decide to go on vacation. I remember one time in our early career, Tyler and I, we were gone for a month, golfing and doing things, but we weren't real active. And our business grew more that month than it ever did when we were involved in it. And those are the kind of things we want you guys to walk away from. But this is what I do know. Those of you that attend, when you leave, there's no question in my mind, you'll know exactly what to do. Clarification. You're going to learn the things that took us to the top of 3 different companies and took all these other Pro 10s to the top of this company. And it's crystal clear, you guys. The pathway is simple. It's not complex. And our message hasn't changed. That's the one thing that you guys can count on from us is from day one, we never changed our message. From day one, we don't have Change of the Month Club going on. What we do is we understand the business and we keep teaching the same principles and behaviors. And so we're going to create that environment. That's why we're coming to you. We're going to help establish, once again, a clear path to Pro 10 and beyond. So I'm going to turn this back over. I'm excited. Our wives are going. You guys are going to learn a whole nother aspect of all of us from their viewpoint. And they know us really well, and we're not as cool to them as we are to you guys. I'm just kidding. But anyway, I'm going to turn it back to you, Blue. I'm grateful for these people, and obviously we've got corporate support too. And after Blue speaks or before, we'll hear from Justin. But I want to just say thank you guys for your commitment, and I'm talking to you leaders that are on this call making this Be Free happen. I want to thank you guys for putting together something that's going to be so powerful for the masses. And so all you guys got to do on the other side of this is just get there, get to the function. You're going to be glad you did. And we got some awesome stuff coming. Love you guys.
Marcel, thank you. It's been exciting. I'll pull this up here real quick, you guys, so you can start to write down these dates if you don't have them yet. We're going to be starting on the 5th in Salt Lake, the 6th in Denver, 7th in Kansas City, 9th in South Bend, and then we're going to end that first tour in Phoenix. And I have a feeling that after that first couple events, I think the word will get out and they'll kind of see what we're putting together. It's hard to show, even on a quick night or a quick call, to show people what we're doing. But BeFree2018.eventbrite.com is where we need to go to register. It is going to help us to get a better feel for venues and how many people are attending and those kind of things. So, Justin, I know you're on the call. If you can take some time, we appreciate you jumping on and representing corporate, and we appreciate your backing on this. We've been talking a lot about what it takes to have a unified message that everyone can grab a hold of and run with. And this is one way to get out and do that. And we appreciate your feedback and helping create all of that. And thanks for jumping on. So we'll give you some time. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, Blue. And, you know, I've had the opportunity to talk to Marcel a little bit just about how corporate feels and how we want to support you guys both in the LifeVantage Academy and on this tour as well. And, you know, where leadership is so engaged and so willing to give back to the field. I've actually been in a couple different things where it's quite the opposite. It felt like I had to do all I could to get the leadership just to support what was happening. That you guys are willing to put in the work. You're willing to back up what you say that you need to do on this business with action. And you guys kind of brought together this tour concept and idea. I can't think of anything more or better that the corporation could support to help grow the company as a whole. And so I'm just super excited to be a part of it. Super excited to do what we can on our side to really support your efforts. And I expect this to be something that not only takes place in March, but that we can continue to see in the future from our leaders. So just happy to be a part of it, Blue.
Justin, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I just sitting here looking at some of these notes and some of the stuff we've been putting together, and I've been super impressed. I think that there's a lot of value. I've been real impressed watching as Jill and Tasha and Raylene and Lisa's been kind of given. I see the photos and some of the feedback they've been given. It's been awesome to see what they're preparing. And something that I think that's going to be valuable that people don't really see is everyone can come. I mean, it's maybe the supportive spouse that's in the background a little bit, or maybe it's the one that's maybe unsupportive. I think you're going to hear some stories about how a lot of our groups started with just this, run in to prove that it works before we get the buy-in from even spouses. And I think there's some stories I've already kind of heard teed up with that. So I think this is a time to bring the spouse, bring the business partner that's semi-involved, or if you're both running, it's going to be there for you. But you guys, we've built this idea. Obviously, Learn, Do, Teach was just a simple idea that is duplication in its simplest form, and we've turned that into the concept of build, or believe, build, and then become. And I think that's a neat way to look at that. We believe, and we bring in all the information. We learn the industry, we learn the comp plan, we learn the products. You're going to hear some interesting information on biohacking. You're going to hear some stuff on nutrigenomics. You're going to hear on how to believe in the industry, our comp plan specifically. Some of the stuff I've seen around the strength of our comp plan and the validation there has been powerful. When you learn to physically go out and do with the actions it takes to be a builder and to go out and do that, I think there's going to be some specifics, some nuts and bolts that you can take home with you. And then to become, I think Skip and Jill learning to duplicate and become a leader and become a mentor is the art of becoming an elite. I don't see too many people that hit the elite ranks by just inviting and enrolling somebody, right? Or just going out and doing a bunch of meetings, right? It really involves around becoming the type of leader that can run the size of business you want to have. And I appreciate you guys bringing everything together to do that. And I really believe that good leadership is close enough to relate, but they're just far enough ahead to inspire. And I think there's a delicate balance with that idea. I've always taught that. I think it's powerful, but we need to be able to relate. We need to be able to tell stories, be vulnerable. And I think you guys are the first 10 minutes of each of our presentations is probably some of the most vulnerable stuff that I've seen so far, just being real and being who we are, where we came from, what our backgrounds are. And then you're going to get the topics for about 45 minutes from each of us to take notes and unwind in. And then we're trying to see what would be available when we're done to give to you as our presentations and those things, so you can take those and duplicate them and review them and go through the information. So you guys, we just wanted to make sure, befree2018.eventbrite.com. We are asking you to go register tonight if you can. We want to get the numbers. We want to know who's coming. We want to make the venue size fit, and we want to make sure they're full and that you're benefiting and your team's benefiting from the effort of us coming out to your area. We took a map literally, and we put dots in all the corners, and we try to make it where we can get out to the most people that have proven themselves. We used a lot of the LVA locations because we knew the numbers were there. And then we even have, like I think Tyler mentioned, we have some locations that aren't even on this first tour just because we locked in this first 90 days, and then we'll see the response and take it from there. So there's a lot more coming. You guys, if there's anything else you want to jump in on, jump in and say real quick. We'd appreciate it. But we're excited to have you guys. We didn't want to keep you too long tonight. We just wanted to share our excitement with you, let you know a little bit more about what this entails, what it's going to look like. And I think even then, people aren't going to know until they start seeing the videos and stuff come out after the first couple of events. But Justin, thanks for offering to record this. I think once we get a couple under our belt, we'll go into the corporate office, record it, and have a little bit of a better professional feel to get out to the field that they can use. But you guys, nothing beats shaking hands and being there and face to face. So any last comments, go ahead, and we appreciate you guys getting on tonight.
Dude, I think we're good.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. It's good to see your happy faces, and a couple of people logged in under aliases, I think, or different names. We got it figured out. But you guys, thank you. We'll keep this up here for a little bit. You guys can write down the dates, and we'll definitely we'll see you there. The first one's going to be in Salt Lake, and on the 5th, we'll be there smiling and ready to go. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Blue, for all you do, buddy.
All right. You appreciate it.